Hey guys, Janelle here. So, I believe I want to call this Perfectly Imperfect because that is what I am. I am so imperfect, but the love of Jesus makes me perfect. So, the purpose of this channel is for me to encourage women as much as I can, as well as give beauty tips and insights, and I want to be a different voice that's out there. And I've been intimidated and I've had my own insecurities when it comes to, people in general and people on YouTube and how they do videos, and thinking to myself, like, how am I any different? My skin is older and it's weathered and I don't have eyebrows and, it's a whole thing. But I had this, I guess it was like a vision a couple years ago where I was doing a YouTube video and I had this word for somebody and I just was like, hey, I heard this name. I just want to pray for you real quick. And, the person responded and they were just like, oh, thank you. I want to be as much of as an encouragement as I can to anybody and, kind of take you along my journey. So this is going to be like a vlog. I'm going to have inspirational things throughout the video. It's not necessarily all going to be about makeup, but makeup is probably the main source of what I want to do and focus on. But it's fun to get to know people and to see what people are all about. So my name is Janelle. I live in Arizona and I'm 39 years old. Got some pretty weathered skin. I'm definitely not like super flawless. Definitely lots of wrinkles, lots of pores, lots of fun stuff, but whatever. Okay, it happens. We get old. It's okay. So, I wanted to come in here and speak to you guys about how important it is to build confidence from the inside out. So, things that I've learned in my life is to make decisions confidently. And what I mean by that is if I feel like I want to do something or I should do something, I'm going to pray about it. If I don't have an answer, I'm still unsure, I'm going to make a decision. I'm either going to do it or I'm not, and I'm going to own it. And I feel like that has served me well in my life, even though I've been through a lot. I feel like it's very important for me to kind of maybe help encourage other people to do that. Not to say that what I do is perfect or the way or whatever you want to call it, but I just want to be able to help and encourage and inspire women, men as well, but whoever's watching, we'll just say that. I just tried to make my first YouTube video and this was halfway through what I got to. It looks really pretty, but I wasn't recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this, wash my face, and then walk you through the whole tutorial. And I'll try to do my best to edit and cut and, do whatever I can to make this as, least impactful as possible. But I feel like with your first video, when you want people to get to know you, you kind of want to, warm up to that person. I know nobody's probably gonna sit here for, 30 minutes and watch me talk. I get it. It's okay. YouTube has its purposes for everything, whatever. I have no expectations whatsoever. I come on here and I just want to feel led to do what it is that I want to do for that day. So I'll probably have product reviews. I'll have things that I want to do to show you guys, things that have worked really well for me. This technique that I have on my eyes right now is very pretty, and I will walk you back through that. Anyways, again, Perfectly Imperfect. My name is Janelle, and I will be back with you shortly. Like and subscribe, please. I love you guys, and I will do my best to get as much content out to you as possible. Have patience with me. This is my first video, but I will continue to strive for greatness. Yeah. All right. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, me again. So what I'm going to do is I put moisturizer on my face. I'm going to come in with my Poreless Primer. It's the e.l.f. one. It's very comparable to Tattoo, which is like a putty primer. I love this stuff. I just use it kind of like in my T-zone. I used to put just a little bit on it, but I realized the more that I use, the better it covers and the better it stays on my face. So I just come in here and just kind of take a little bit on the back of my finger, and I'm just going to start wiping it down like my T-zone, all up in here. All. Come down, get in my nose. Just kind of rub that around everywhere. Get it on my forehead. Now, one thing you must understand is that I am not the perfect candidate. I have lots of wrinkles and big pores and just broken capillaries. My eyebrows are fake. I was explaining in my first video that I got my eyebrows tattooed when I was 16, but I shaved them when I was 13. And it's been a long journey. They're microbladed now. I just kind of make do with what I can with my eyebrows at the moment. I'll be doing my hair a little bit later. I'm not going to leave it like this. But, so yeah, I am just finished with my putty primer. So now I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use my foundation, which right now I just got medium olive from the NYX Total Control. And I tabled this for a while because I was using NARS. And I still like it, but it was a little bit darker of a color, so I just got this one. And I use this brush right here. Love, 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 love it. It's really smooth on my face. So I just get a little drop. Just drop that onto the brush. So I'm just gonna come in here. I'm gonna pat my face as best as I can. Just start smoothing it all over my face. Get all alongside my nose. I usually clean my nose ring after. One thing about makeup is don't be afraid to get messy. It's okay. Like, it washes off. You can clean it up. You just want to blend your line really well because you don't want to have a harshness right here. So I usually go over my eyebrows. Just, I don't know, it helps them stay a little bit matte once I have them drawn and put some powder on. So I'm just going to kind of get this everywhere. I'm not usually the biggest concealer person, but I tried to start being a little more consistent with it, and it is what it is. I haven't really found the one that works the best for me, so for now I'm going to use this Morphe one that I got as soon as I'm done blending this. How's that look, guys? Good? So get this blended. It's like rosiness right here. Pretty annoying. Now you can add another drop and make this more full coverage if you want. That was just one, which is more on like the medium side, light to medium. I don't really need a whole lot, and I feel like with this foundation it spreads really well, and this brush just makes it come so seamless on the skin. So I'm just gonna keep blending this. I don't want to take off all the product, but I'm just gonna get it nice and blended. Hopefully you guys are interested in trying this because it's a really, really, really awesome product. I like NYX a lot. I feel like they have good stuff. So, okay. So I just finished that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna come in with my concealer, and this is Morphe C165, yeah, 65. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my dark circles. If you guys can see, I'm pretty weathered over there. So I'm gonna get this brush right here, and I'm going to get this nice and blended. Go. Let's see, blend that pretty good. Okay. Just kind of pat it a little bit. I try not to drag it too much because I don't want it to look muddy down there. I feel like it always kind of does get crackly, but you just want to blend this as much as you can. Get it nice and blended underneath your eye. See, it kind of brightens. Come in the nose a little bit. It's a little red. Okay, So now I'm just gonna come into the other eye and try to pat that through, kind of blend a little down. Now, I do not have perfect skin. Remember, this is imperfectly perfect. That's how it's gonna be. That's okay. So we just do that, get that going, and then, yeah. So that is my concealer routine. I don't usually do a whole lot in here or here, just because I feel like this brightens everything up so much. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some loose powder. This is just the e.l.f. translucent powder. It's like HD. So I'm just going to pat this a little bit. You have to be careful not to put too much because it can give it like a grayness to it. So I'm just going to pat that down, especially to like catch eyeshadows and stuff like that. Whisk that along. You really don't need a whole lot of powder. Make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to come in here, get my T-zone real good. I feel like this, I got a ring light and I feel like the combo of everything is making my skin look a little bit better than it normally is. So, you know, if you see me in person, it's probably not gonna look that great. Just kidding. I'm not gonna say that because that's not, I don't know. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Like and share. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a contour. I have this Morphe palette, and okay. So now I'm going to come in with, I got this Morphe palette, and it's like bronzers and fun stuff. So I'm going to just use this bronze color right here. I'm going to come into my cheeks. I want to come up a little bit, get in my hairline just so it's blended a little better. Get in here. You kind of want to carve through. Gonna look and see where I'm placing it. You gotta be careful not to come too low right here because it's just gonna drag your face down. So I just kind of want to pat that color in and blend it. I'm just gonna get right in my hairline. It can be messy, doesn't have to be super perfect. So we're just gonna blend that, come down a little bit so there's not this harsh line right there. And I'm gonna come back in with some powder to blend a little better, but this is pretty for now. There's that. And then get right here on the chin. Kind of create a little bit of a shadow right there. Last time I forgot to do my forehead, so there's that. But I'm just gonna blend this a little bit. I really like the full look of how bronzer is if you do it correctly. I went to MAC once years ago and the girl just made me look like a big large orange. It just was horrible. It wasn't blended and it just looked awful. So now I'm going to come in with this brightener one, and I'm going to kind of put it on this top part right under my eyes. Just make sure not too much of that came up. And I'm also going to bring this down because I don't want it to come too far down. So kind of carve this out. I'm going to come to the other side, same thing, put a little bit of this brightener, which actually is really nice. Kind of blend that a little bit, come back in, get it right on. I just don't want like huge lines. And then I'm going to come in with my blush, which I'm going to use this blush color right here. Get it on my cheeks. Pretty. do you guys think? Pretty? I like it. Just want to kind of get the balls of your cheek. Blend that a little bit. Now I'm going to come with a highlight, which I'm going to use this to use the highlight. I'm going to use this gold highlighter real quick. Just going to pat that down, pat it down, kind of give pretty sheen sparkle. Put a little bit on the tip of my nose because I like the way that looks. Just like a fresh look. Kind of right at your Cupid's bow. I see a lot of girls doing it up here. I'm just not a big fan of that. So now that that's done, what I'm going to do is use my favorite eye base, and this is the MAC 24-hour Extend Stay. It's the Prep and Prime. I haven't really found anything that's comparable. I've tried a lot of them. I kind of want to try the St. Pierre one, but I haven't bought it yet. You just need literally like scoop out a tiny bit on your finger, and I'm just gonna rub it between my fingers, get it all over, all over my lid, make sure it's nice and covered. Just got a little right there, sorry. And then come over here, get that in there real good. Now, mind you, this is really like my first attempt, so have some grace with me. I know I'm not the best at like looking at the camera. I haven't quite figured out. I'm like paranoid from the last time that I did the video. I couldn't see it, so now I have it front facing, which now I can see myself. And so it's good because I can look at it right in real time, but at the same time, I'm not really looking at you, so I apologize. I will work on that and try to be better. And I have a little mirror here that I'm kind of doing makeup on, so I have my primer on. What I'm going to do is I am going to use this Huda Beauty palette, and I believe the color is called Bear, this one right here. So I'm just going to take this brush, it's like Real Techniques, if you can see it, and I'm going to get Bear in here, and I'm just going to get this over, all over kind of underneath my eyebrow, just to smooth kind of this weird transitional. I have this like weird kind of crease when I do my eyeshadow, I don't really have an indent. I kind of have to create one. So just come in here with this color. Ugh, hair's everywhere. And I'm just going to pat that as best as I can. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the background that I have behind me is my prayer shawl that I got at Bethel when I was at worship school. And I love flags. Like, there's no denying it. I love watching people fly around the flags and worship. Just love it. Absolutely love it. I haven't really done it a whole lot myself. I know there's a huge freedom of expression in it. I mean, I've done it alone and in a couple corporate settings, but I love to watch it as worship, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna get that in there, that Bear color. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick my transition shade that I'm gonna do right in the middle, and I'm gonna use my Modern Renaissance palette, and we're gonna use this kind of burnt orange color. It's called Real Gar, and it's this orange color right here. So I'm just gonna kind of tap that. This has decent fallout, so you want to make sure to kind of tap it a little bit so it doesn't get crazy. So the best thing that you want to do here is you want to put this kind of in the middle so that you're blending all of your colors together. So with my eyes, because I have hooded eyes, it's a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to do my best to show you how to get in there and kind of create one and blend it. So what I do is I kind of find where my eye socket is, right at that bone right there. And I'm just gonna come in here with this color and I'm just gonna pat it in. I kind of feel like this might be a little bit higher than I did in the last video, but I'll eventually blend it out. So I don't want to blend up too much because I feel like if I do, it just drags the color up higher and then it just looks muddy. So I'm just gonna blend this as best as I can. This is just kind of like a normal round brush, fluffy brush, and just gonna take more of this color and kind of pat it in there. I have to be careful too not to drag my eyeshadow down, because if I do, it just creates this elongated negativeness to my face. So you can kind of be messy here. I'm gonna clean it up with some other products. Just kind of come in and, you know, slap that color on and get it all blended. So there's one eye. Try to blend that as best as I can. So that's that for me. I'm gonna show you what I do to kind of bring the rest of it in. So get the eye socket right there. I'm just gonna blend it, bring the color up a little. See all that like skin right there? Definitely not a spring chicken anymore. It's like old saying, so weird. So I'm just gonna kind of keep going with this color and just like that, pretty. Just blend it a little bit better. Once I get my other colors in here, I think you'll like it. Cat is bugging me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a darker brown color and I'm gonna put it down further, if I can find my brush. Okay, so this one's more of like a coarse brush. So I'm gonna use this one. It's just a Cypress Umber and same palette. I'm just gonna pat that because if you don't, and I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. Find my little crease in here and blend this out. Now, since my eyes do go down, I have to try to create a little bit of an edge right here and drag it over so that it doesn't come down. So I'm just gonna kind of come in the corner right here. I want to do this look. I've attempted it a few times, but I really want to keep trying at it, is putting the darker color in here. Normally I do lighter colors in the front and kind of blend the three on the outside, but I've been liking a lot of makeup videos where you kind of get like in the front. And try to come up a little bit. It's a process, guys. It's a process. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, you know, right in this pocket right here. I'm gonna want the brown to go lower though, because I don't want to overshadow that orange. And initially looking at the color, you might be intimidated and thinking like that is just way too orange. But when you blend it with other colors, it really seamlessly kind of hides behind it. And it builds the whole structure of the eye. So having a transition shade is very, very, very important in doing any type of eye makeup, in my opinion. There are days that I use one certain kind of cream eyeshadow across pretty much my whole lid, and I absolutely love it. It's so pretty, and I don't have to blend a whole lot with it, and it's one of those products that you can literally wear all the time. So you can be messy in here. We're just going to clean that up a little bit. So you want to deepen up that part of your eye. Probably need to come a little bit up. Kind of right in here, because it looks like it didn't look as good. So then I feel like my other video, the one that didn't record, would have been better. So now I want to, that's a lot of excess. So I'm just going to come in and kind of drag this color a little bit right here toward the front part, drag it in a little bit, and blend, blend, blend. Try to blend any harsh lines that are here as much as I can. And then I'll end up going in with kind of like a yellowy color to blend a little better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Subculture palette, and we're going to clean it up because it looks kind of crazy. And I'm going to use this yellow color right here, edge. And I like the Anastasia brushes because they're real fluffy and they blend really well. So I'm just going to come in with this yellow. Oh, that might have been too much. Jeez, you know. And I'm just going to pat that right. Yeah, that was way too much. I'm just going to kind of blend where that orange was and try to bring the brown and the orange kind of together so it's not any more of like a harsh line. So there's that. I'm going to have my little fun thing that I'm going to wipe off. I do clean my brushes, so don't worry about that. I have a machine that like spins them when I clean them, and I do my best to make sure that all my stuff is clean all the time, because ain't nobody got time for that. It's gross. I don't want to have some type of weird infection or give anything away to somebody else. Anyways, so see how you first put your transition shade down. I'll clean this up, guys. And that's going to build your base. And then you're going to put your darker color, kind of blend that as much as you can. Go back in with either the same shade or a different shade like I did that yellow one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the orange. Find my brush. Sorry about that. So go back in, and I just kind of want to, I don't want this brown line right here to look like a line. So I'm just kind of buffing it a little bit, just kind of right there at the tip, because I don't want it to get crazy. So that looks pretty good. Come back in a little bit. This one's looking a little wonky, but I will blend it eventually. I think this one comes up maybe higher than this one. So there's that. Some of this excess off. Here we go. Take my concealer guy. Clean that up just a tiny bit. Oof. I will come back in here with a brightener right at the front part because I think it's pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my Bare color, which is in this palette, and I am going to blend this top part below my brow bone because I don't want it to be so harsh. So I do kind of buff this pretty good in here. I have that Bare color on there, but I don't want anything super harsh in here. I just want to blend it as best as I can. And I think this is looking pretty good. So there's that. Wipe my brush clean. Get some more Bare. Kind of blend up in here. See, I have this like weird divot in my eyebrows, and sometimes if I go too high on my eyeshadow, it just looks funky. can't do it. Try to blend that as best as I can. Sometimes if you do too much blending and you keep blending, it's just going to take the color and move it elsewhere, so just be careful. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, sometimes I might do this and put like a concealer down, but I love this stuff so much that this is the stuff I'm talking about where I put it on my lid when I am just doing like a fast look. So this is Infallible Amber Rush, and I am so sad because I think they're not selling them anymore, or they're harder to find, but it's really pretty. It's kind of hard to tell, but you'll see on my eyes. So I kind of pack it right in here in the middle. It's like this rose goldy pretty. It stays really well because it's a cream, kind of cream to matte. So once you put it on, it's pretty there. So I'm just gonna come in and tap this in the middle, get that real pretty. That looks really good. I love this color. I'm gonna be so sad if they discontinue it. That's really gonna be a sad day. So now what I'm gonna do is my eyebrows, and I'm gonna come in. I have a Morphe pencil. I like to do my eyebrows with gel and a brush, and I will show that on a different tutorial video, but for this I'm just gonna do it as quick as I can. I have fake eyebrows. I'm not gonna have the most elaborate things for you when it comes to eyebrows, other than techniques maybe that you can use if you're similar to my situation, or I will have other videos along the way that will explain how to do it on yourself with using powders, this brush right here, how to carve out a nice pretty natural brow. Like I'll go through all that kind of stuff because I think it's important. So I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I just like to create this shape. I'm gonna come, like one of these is thicker than the other one. This one's thicker, and this one kind of has like a thinner one, and it comes up higher. So I kind of have to manipulate them a little bit. So I am going to create my line and just, oh, look at that, I already screwed up. That looks not cool. So now what I'm gonna do is just kind of come up here and clean it up a little bit. I'll go back in with some concealer and clean it. If anybody knows anything about correction for eyebrows, let me know. Got like fuzz on my eyebrow. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I hope you can. Just kind of create a little bit of a line. I have a shape, it's just not great. I wish it was better. It's like all these people that have done my eyebrows, nobody has ever once measured where they should be or how they should be proportioned, and it angers me. Like all these videos that I watch of, you know, eyebrow tutorials, tattooing, all that, it has all these people doing, you know, measuring them out, and like this goes here, that goes here, don't go any further than, you know, it's just, I get that I have a weird journey because my eyebrows were so arched and Ronald McDonald-y that it's just not fun. So I'm just gonna clean this up as best as I can. I actually might not even include this in the video just because I don't want to waste like 10 minutes of your life doing my eyebrows when it's not essential for you. Or it is, whatever. This could be essential. So I'm just gonna do my line, kind of create, great. Oh, that's not fun. I'll clean that up too. So I need to figure out how to play music in the background. I don't want to get in trouble because copyright stuff. I don't know, are you just supposed to comment, I do not own the rights to this music, or I don't know. I usually listen to worship music, so it's like, I mean, I know they're certain people's songs. It's not like I'm trying to steal their songs, but I don't really know how that works. Let's just get this carved out real nice. Obviously, this is not necessarily ideal for everybody because you don't have fake eyebrows like me. Yay, you're already better off. But this has pretty much put me on my path to what I'm doing now, so whatever, everything works out for a purpose, right? We may not understand it, we may not think, you know, whatever, but God is in control. He always has a plan, even though we screw it up all the time. And making decisions is near and dear to me because I just got to a point in my life where I was tired of sitting around and waiting for stuff to happen. And I felt like I would pray and I didn't know what to do or how to respond. And I just started making decisions and I was like, okay, I am going to own this. I'm going to make this decision. And if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, you're going to redirect me. I just keep God at the front of everything. And I try as much as I can to, you know, pray without ceasing. He's more, my relationship with him is throughout the day and little bits of conversations and ideas and things that come up or stirrings in my spirit, you know. So here we have all this. What I'm going to do is I need to clean up my eyebrow a little bit. So I'm just going to take this flat brush and grab some of this concealer. You can see I'm just taking some so I can clean this up because I did get a little brown right there. Annoying, but you can clean it up, guys. It's super easy. You just need to take the time. That's the thing. I guess people, you know, they want something quick and easy, and that's great. I can show you lots of techniques and things for on the go. I'm a mom of 3. I get it. We do not have time, but for this purpose, this is what I really like to do. This is how I like to walk through everything, and I hope you guys are enjoying. Perfectly imperfect. Okay. So I need to shape this one better because I feel like it's kind of wonky. Ugh, it's kind of wonky in here too. Guys, my eyebrows are not going to be perfect. So I'm just going to clean it up as best as I can see. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Because eyebrows are not twins. They're sisters. I hate that saying. When they're fake, they need to be twins. Okay? And I apologize for not looking into the camera as much as I should. I feel like I don't have my setup completely correct. But I will get it. Eventually I will get it. Okay, so I'm gonna come clean this line a little bit. That's what I got, guys. Now I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to put a little bit of translucent powder and I'm just going to pat it on there. Since my eyebrows are so fake and I use like a cream base, it's always good to set it. This powder, you really don't need a lot, so I just kind of pat it a little bit on my hand and I'm just going to go through my eyebrow. And this works with setting your eyebrows in general. If you have hair, you have eyebrows, you have all that stuff, after you're done with your eyebrows and you're like, oh my god, they look amazing, let me make sure they stay. This worked really well. And what I do with when I use my gel, I use this stuff. It's from Inglot. It's called Duraline. Oh my gosh, I love it. It like waterproofs everything and it makes it so waterproof. It's crazy. So I'm going to come into this one, kind of pat that color in there. I don't want to get all greasy in my T-zone. I usually get real greasy in here. So I'm just going to grab this powder get my eyebrows, get them as best as I can. And see, this one kind of does this wonky, and this one, whatever, it is what it is. I'm really kind of over it. Where is my pencil? So here, let me go back in with this spoolie. Even though I don't have a whole lot of hair, I feel like it can get kind of gunky if I put too much powder on. So I just want to like blend them together. The powder and the pencil and my skin. Because I literally have like 3 eyebrow hairs. Literally, that's like it. And then I have some fuzz along right here. Anyways. Okay, so now that that's finished, I am going to go back in with the brown color because I want it to be a little bit deeper in there. I know I'm kind of all over the place, guys. Sorry. So sorry. Brown color again. Get back in the crease a little bit. Dig it out. Make it a little bit deeper. Same with this side. Kind of get right in that pocket right there. See? Yeah. And then I want to make sure that this orange color kind of blends a little bit as well. I know this is a lot, it's a lot of steps, but it's a lot of fun, and I don't know, I just love it. I hope you guys are getting some enjoyment out of this. Okay, so that's pretty blended. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeliner on and do some lashes. It's been a while since I've done lashes, so here we go. Okay, so this is e.l.f. It's really fat. I don't particularly like these ones that much, but it was cheap and I needed one. So I'm gonna come, since my eyes are so far, like they drag down so much, I want to try to create more of a shape up. So what I'm gonna do is, looking forward, I'm going to kind of get, oh, that, whatever. I'll connect it. I feel like the way this mirror is going and how my makeup is getting set up is wrong. Try to create just a really tiny line across my lashes, especially if I'm doing fake lashes. Okay, that's pretty much as good as it's gonna get. I don't like my wing. My eyes drop. It's annoying. Looks pretty like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna compare. I feel like I need to be looking differently. Yeah, just wonks it down. Ooh. Be careful, don't connect this. This is not looking good, guys, but whatever. I have had lots of practice with cream liners, liquid liners. This one doesn't serve me as well because it's so thick and I have such small eyes, but it could be worse. I feel like I need something. This one has more of a flick and this one doesn't. So
Are you paused it?
yeah. Sorry guys, I'm back. So I just did my eyeliner. Now what I'm gonna do is eyelashes. So these are just some e.l.f. ones that I found. They're probably not the greatest, but whatever. Just gonna work with it anyway. I kind of pre-cut them already because these ones come decently long, so I have to watch out. But you want to make sure, I've done the magnetic lashes and I just haven't really found, I feel like if I did Glamnetic or like the really expensive ones, maybe I would like it, but all the other ones that I've tried Ardell's, that just didn't really work very well. I've tried some other ones on Amazon and I just ended up giving them to Lacey. So with this glue, you want it to try to dry it as much as you can. And I'm just gonna kind of wave it around. Woo! Blow on it a little bit. This one's gonna go on this eye, and guys, I'm telling you, I'm probably not gonna do very good at this. I'm never really that great at doing eyelashes, so let's see how this turns out. And this, that's not gonna work. Yeah. Okay, so I think I don't have enough. This whole thing is like, okay, so you just want to get it nice and covered, dry it a little bit. And I'm just gonna, guys, this is bad. It's like curving up. This is not gonna work. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to take this out because this eyelash is not my friend. Not. Guys, this is really bad. Real bad. Not a fan of doing this. So, you know what? I'm not going to. It's just going to be a mess. Until I can get better at doing them on my own eyes, I just gotta rain check it. Just gonna come back in here. I'm just gonna put some mascara on. So I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. Always love a nice pretty eyelash curl. A little bit of glue right there. And I just have this like sample one that I brought over that I thought I brought over. Buxom. Not my absolute favorite, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just gonna get up in my lashes. Kind of like when you look down, you kind of want to blink your way through, kind of comb it back and forth. If you make a little bit of a mess, you can just go back in with that pretty color. And then I usually at the end curl them again just to elongate them because I have such small eyelashes. Come back in here. I really wish I was better at eyelashes, guys. I will get there. I'm not claiming to be perfect or amazing. Like I said, imperfectly perfect. That is what I am. And I will strive to do my best at every turn. tiny little eyebrows or eyelashes. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is come in with some color underneath my eyes. And I am going to take just this one that I used with the brown earlier. Just gonna take that same brown color, kind of tap it off, and kind of swipe it a little bit under my eyes. Kind of smoke it out a little bit. Don't be afraid, you can always clean it up. I know that, you know, people think that maybe it brings the darkness back underneath your eyes, but I think if you smooth it enough, it makes your eyes look wider. And I have such small eyes that I think it helps me. That's pretty. Blend it out really good. I'm going to come back with my concealer brush. And so much stuff in this tiny little table, guys. This is that coppery color that I put in the middle. I'm just going to kind of spice it up right here. Brighten it. See the difference in that? That looks really pretty. This product really goes a long way, honestly. I love it. Just kind of get that in there. Mascara again, if I can find it. I feel like I should be farther back. Sorry, guys. Thank you for going on this journey with me, even though I'm not very good right now at videos. Okay, so all that stuff is done. I feel like I need a little bit of more of a blend. I'm gonna clean my brush a little bit. I kind of want this to blend a little bit better. So I just got it clean and I'm just kind of coming through here, just kind of taking out any harshness that I see. So that looks a little bit better. Blend, 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 blend. All right. So this is the full eye. I think I did good as far as implementing the same thing that I did in the last video. And as you guys can see, I'm like breaking out. Oh gosh, I'm so dry. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is lips, and then I'm gonna come back with my hair done, and we're just gonna close this up because this is a long time video. Okay, so I'm gonna do my lips real quick. This is a Sephora liner, and it's like a bare nude color. If I can find it. Nothing but nude. So I kind of have like a bow-shaped lips. I've never really liked my lips that much. I feel like they're really dry and cracked, and it's probably because I'm not being very good with cleaning them, scrubbing them, like, you know, moisturizing as much as I should. Just gonna come. I try not to make my lips look too extra. I really do like this. Ooh, it likes to come out. Whatever, I'll fix that later. And then this stuff, NYX liquid. It's suede. It's actually really pretty. It's like this shimmery, but it's like a matte stay. I feel like it matches this eyeshadow perfectly. I don't even know if they sell this stuff anymore. But again, I'm gonna be extremely sad if they do not. So I just kind of put the lip liner everywhere and then blend this. And honestly, it's a stay. So, yeah, a little shimmery, but it's good. Okay guys, I'm really pretty happy with this. I feel like I want to clean up underneath my eyes just a little bit. Getting hair everywhere. Just so it's not so harsh. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys have any comments or questions, or you want to know anything about me, just comment. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share. I hope you just get this out there. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. No expectations. I feel that as the Lord leads me in these videos, it will be whatever it is. So God bless you guys. Imperfectly perfect. Out. Love you.